Hello everyone, so I'm really excited to be here. I'm waiting to show you an excellent eggless recipe. I'm Chef Shikha Murarka and today I'm going to show you an almond mango eggless cake. This can be made in a cake format or a loaf format, whatever you like. So I am hoping that you all try this recipe. It's fairly easy with most of the ingredients available at home. You can of course substitute the mango with whatever you like, whichever fruit. Mostly strawberry, seasonal fruits. They taste really nice. So, but this tastes very good with mango. And trust me, you can even make like a vanilla version of this, and you'll really like it. So I'm just waiting for a few people to come in, and then we can start. Hello everyone, whoever is seeing me live right now. I'm very happy and excited to be here, and I also thank Amul to give me the opportunity to be here. So I hope all of y'all have tried some eggless recipes, and I hope this quarantine is making you all try a lot of different recipes at home, and making you all do some lot of baking, because I've seen a lot of people getting into baking and trying a lot of eggless recipes, and I keep getting a lot of messages where people are trying different eggless recipes and trying to make breads at home and cakes and muffins. So I keep getting a lot of posts. So I think are we good to start?
Can you tell them what you're going to be baking again?
Yes. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to bake again. We're doing an eggless almond mango loaf. Okay, there are fairly simple recipes. Let me first take you through the list of the ingredients that we are going to use today. So we first have our grey Amul butter. I'm using the salted Amul butter. We have the mithai made, the Amul mithai made. We have any normal vegetable oil. We have of course our mangoes. We have almond flour. We have normal flour. We have baking powder. We have baking soda, and we have our mango essence. Mango essence is of course optional. In case you don't want it, you can eliminate it. So do we start? Are you all ready to watch a extremely simple and a great recipe? Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to first use our mithai meal, and it's 1 cup as per measurement. This is just a half cup that I'm using twice instead of, nowadays being at home and quarantine, I think we all want as less as vessels as possible. So I'm just trying to minimize my work and everyone's work. Hi everyone. Okay, so we're just going to add in our butter. And we are going to give it a nice mix. I'm using a hand blender. Please try and use a hand blender. We want it nice, white and fluffy.
Can they substitute normal flour with almond flour?
So we are using almond flour. Yeah, so basically what we're going to do is we can't use the entire thing as almond flour. It will get very flaky. So we can only use it in parts. We wait for it to become nice and light, and it will also change the color a little bit.
What is the quantity of the cake that will be made?
Sorry?
What is the quantity of the cake that will
So we have a tin which is 5 by 3 inch. That's sufficient for this recipe. If you're using a round tin, around 6 inches is fine.
So say like half a kg.
Yeah. So this recipe can be used for a lot of occasions. You can find a lot of substitutes for this recipe. In terms of substituting the mango, you can just you can also make a chocolate format of this, which I'll tell you later. We're just waiting for it to become a little fluffy. So this is how it's going to look. Okay, so now it's become nice white. Okay, We're now going to add in our dry ingredients.
Can you tell them again what you're making? People have just joined in.
Okay, so for people who've just joined in, I'm making an eggless almond mango loaf. We've just started, we've just added the mithai mate, we've added amul butter, the salted one, and we've just mixed it and given it a nice mix. We've waited for it to become nice and fluffy and white. And now we're going to add in the dry ingredients. This is sifted, this is flour. This flour cannot be substituted with anything else. No wheat flour in this recipe. I'm taking the almond flour. Now this almond flour is market bought. This is not made at home. You can get it in any of your departmental stores, any of them. Okay. We have our baking powder. We have our baking soda.
You'll also be telling them the measurements.
I have already posted the measurements above, so you can follow that in the recipe. I'm adding mango essence, very little. If you want, you can totally avoid it. It's up to you. Just very little. And now I'm going to give it a nice mix. So this is how your batter is going to look after you mix the dry ingredients. Okay, I just want to tell you all a few things. In case you want to substitute this to be a chocolate mango loaf, then you're going to eliminate 25 grams from the flour and add 25 grams of cocoa to the given recipe. So for example, if I've given a half cup plus 1/4 cup of flour in the recipe, you're going to just eliminate that 1/4 cup completely and add cocoa instead, in case you're making a chocolate version. Otherwise, this is good to go as it is. Yeah. We're now going to add in the milk. So I'm using the Amul Gold because it's a full fat milk. Please try and use a full fat milk in this recipe. It will enhance the taste a little. Okay, we're just going to add the milk. The milk always is added little by little. Okay. Now, one very important thing is that in this recipe, if you want, you can add the mango pieces inside the batter. Or today I'm going to effect where you can make a marble effect with 2 different colors, but you can keep it as it is and just add the mango pieces. I'm going to add the remaining milk. So you can now see that this I'll just show you the consistency. See, it's nice and flowy. Okay, so sometimes what happens is because of the flour that you're using and the other ingredients, in case I have mentioned, for example, half a cup of milk, you may not need the entire milk. If you get to this consistency, you're good to go and you can put it in your container. What I have done is I have taken a tin. This is a 5 by 3 inch aluminium tin, and I have added butter and I have added maida. This is the easiest and the fastest way to just cover the tin instead of using butter paper and all of that. So this will just be faster for you. Firstly, now I'm going to do divide the batter. I'm just going to take a little bit of the batter and I'm going to add my mangoes to it.
Can you tell them where they can find the measurements? Some of them are still asking.
For the ones who are still asking, you can Yeah, I have already posted the recipe. Okay, and you can find the measurements there. Just before that, also the oil in this case is it's optional. What I'm going to do is, in any case, I'm going to add a little bit of an oil since I've already given it in the recipe. A little here and a little in this recipe.
Someone's asking, can they use melted butter instead of oil?
Yes, you can use melted butter, but it will get too much in the recipe because butter is already used. So what will happen is that it will make the entire thing really soft. So I prefer using oil because the oil is very little. It's just about 1/4 because we've already used butter in the beginning of the recipe. So for all those who missed what we've done till now, I'll just take you through the process. We had taken Amul Mithai Made in the beginning. We've added our salted butter to it. We mixed it till it's white and fluffy. We are then going to add in our dry ingredients, which was almond flour, which was normal flour, baking powder, baking soda. I've added a little bit of mango essence to this. If in case you want, you can eliminate it. I've added, lastly I've added milk, and then I'm finally going to add in my oil. Okay. Also, I have also added the mango to the entire other part of the mixture, and I'm just going to give it a mix so that I give it a color and I can do a marbled effect. And this is a loaf tin. It's a loaf tin. You can do it in a round tin as well. The loaf tin, this is 5 by 3 inches, and I have just filled it with little butter and maida, and so that it's good to go. Okay, so this is the part of the mangoes. Okay, can you all hear me? Okay, great. So this is the part of the mangoes. I'm going to add in a little more mango to this. This I've taken an entire mango. You can just use half the mango. It depends on how much the mango flavor you like. Okay, now what I'm going to do is this one which I had to just mix, I'm just going to give it a mix.
Someone's asking, can they use only maida? They don't have access to almond.
That's fine. You can also only use maida in this recipe. It's completely alright. This is just a different variation because people like the flavor of almond. I'm going to now fill this.
And what are we making again?
Okay, so again, for all those who missed, we are making an eggless mango almond loaf, which you can also use it in a cake format.
And what's the quantity of butter you've used? It's not mentioned in the recipe apparently.
Okay, I think I mentioned the recipe, but in any case, it's half cup of butter. And in case I haven't, I'll re-mention it in the recipe. It's half a cup of butter. Okay, I am going to add in my remaining batter. So I'm just going to give it mix like that. I'm going to keep the batter like this. Okay, I hope you all can see. Okay, I'm going to keep the batter like this because once it's baked, it gives this nice feel when you cut it. It's going to be white and it's going to be a little mangoish in color. And we are going to bake this at 160 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. And also, in case you want, for this one we can do this. I'll add a bit of mango pieces on top. Our remaining mango. Extra mango is always good, it's of no harm. So we'll just finish off our mangoes. Okay. So this is how it'll look. Can you all see now? Yeah, this is how it's going to look. And we're going to put it to bake. Again, for your oven setting, for all those who are new to baking, every time you bake in an oven, you need a temperature, you need the upper and the lower coil on, and most of the baking is, at least these kind of cakes, is done between 160 to 180 degrees Celsius, depending on your oven, how strong and how many times you use the oven. That's also very dependable. But this is good to go for 160 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. Do not get tempted and open your oven before half an hour, because what will happen in that case, your cake will go down and then you will not get the desired results. So this is going to go in the oven. In the meanwhile, I have already of course baked one yesterday so that you all could see. That's the loaf that comes out after you bake it. It's really nice and soft. Okay, I'm going to just cut a piece and show you all. Okay, that's the texture of the loaf. I hope you can see. It's really nice and soft. Yeah, it's very, very nice and soft. And this is the same recipe that I have baked yesterday. I just wanted to show you all the texture and how the cake looks after it's baked. You can serve this as a tea cake. You can serve it just with frosting. You can do a lot of variations with this. You can completely eliminate the mango if you want and just do a vanilla cake. So yeah, this is what it was. Now we'll just go through some questions.
Can you show them how it looks on the tin again?
Okay, for those who want to see how it looks in the tin again, this is how it looks. Can you see it now? Okay, this is how it looks. Okay, in the tin. And this is going to go bake for about 45 minutes. Of course, we don't have 45 minutes in the live session. That's why I've baked another cake, just to show you all the texture of the cake. And this is, you will probably not be able to make a difference between a egg cake and an eggless cake. This is that soft and it's really nice in texture. So for all those who've missed whatever we've done, I would just like to go through everything again. We have taken basically your mithai made. We've taken butter and we have placed it in a bowl and we made it light and fluffy till it turns white. We've then added the dry ingredients, the flour, the almond flour, the baking soda, the baking powder. We've then added a bit of a mango essence, okay, just in case you want to eliminate it, you can. We've then added the milk, and lastly we added the oil. We then divided the batter into two bowls. One bowl we colored the batter with mangoes in a mangoish color, and the other bowl we let it remain a little white. And then we added to the tin. We first added the white and then we added the mango batter, and then we just added some mangoes when we put it to bake.
At what temperature?
160 degrees for 40 to 45 minutes. Please do not get tempted to open the oven before that because your cake is then going to sink. So here are some of the tips that you can generally use. In case you're using a tin to bake cakes, I as a baker, what I do is I cover the tin with foil. What happens is it prevents the cake to form domes, and it'll also let the cake have a like a reasonable height. You're not going to have like a very thin cake with huge domes on top. So it's a great tip for you all to put it in the oven. You all just need to add the foil paper on top and then put it in the oven.
How will the texture of the baked mango chunks be like once it's baked?
So if you can see, for example, this had mango pieces on top. They have just settled down. Okay, so it's going to just kind of settle down in the batter. You will be able to see the mango pieces, but it won't be so explicit. Unless you're just pouring mango pieces on the top, then you will be able to explicitly see them once they are baked.
Won't the mango pieces on top burn in 40 minutes?
No, they won't. And also one very important tip, in case you're baking any cake, try and bake it one day prior. And try and keep it in the fridge overnight, and then either give it to the customers or consume it, because the cake will chill and it will consume all the flavors and you'll be able to get a better taste of the cake.
Also, what type of frosting can they use on this?
Okay, so there are different frostings that you can use on this. For example, you can take white chocolate and cream in the ratio of 1:1. Chocolate, any cooking white chocolate, you can take that, and you can take 1 part of Amul fresh cream. That's what I use. You can mix it up, form a ganache, a thin ganache, add a little bit of mangoes to it and just pour it on top. That's one way. You can also do a buttercream frosting on this, where you take butter, say for example 100 grams of butter, you add 200 grams of icing sugar to it, you add some mangoes, you mix it, and then you can frost on top.
Are you using baking powder instead of yeast?
No, this is not an yeast recipe. We powder and baking soda in this recipe, so it's actually a non-yeast recipe.
And what's the shelf life?
The shelf life of these kind of cakes is say about 3 days. 3 days they last easily. Post 3 days, and also please keep it in the fridge because right now the weather is really hot. So I don't prefer keeping this outside.
And can they bake it without an oven?
You can use the bake mode in a microwave. I honestly haven't used too much of microwave for baking because I do have ovens. But yes, you can use a microwave to bake the same cake using your settings of baking in the microwave convention.
And when you say oven, you mean OTG, right?
Yes, I mean OTG. It's OTG, and you can use any good OTG at home to bake these cakes. And yeah, a lot of variations like I said in the beginning, whoever have missed can be used in this cake. Say for example, strawberry, you have chocolate chips. You can use all these as substitutes to use instead of using orange. So I hope you are clear.
You want to tell them the recipe again?
Okay,
and
fine.
where can they find the measurements?
Okay, the measurements are on the page. I have posted it on the Amul page. You can find all the measurements. And I like the basic ingredients used in this recipe are your Amul mithai made. You have butter. You have your flour. You have Amul flour. You have almond flour. You have baking soda. You have baking powder. You have milk, and you have oil. That's all. These are very, very simple ingredients which can be almost found at home.
And how do they store the loaf in the refrigerator?
Okay, so always try and store all your cakes and loaves by wrapping it in a cling foil. It's the best way to actually store a loaf. So please do that, and you can store it for around 2 to 3 days depending on the weather.
Someone's asking what flour again.
Okay, so in this recipe we used almond flour and normal flour. You can substitute the almond flour completely with normal flour. We don't use wheat flour in this recipe because it's not suited for this recipe. So please use normal flour and almond flour. In case you're doing a chocolate version of this, you can use cocoa powder. I have given half cup flour and 1/4 cup flour. So instead of the 1/4 cup, you can substitute it with cocoa powder and then make it into a chocolate version of the same cake.
And again, you want to tell them the time and temperature of baking.
Yes, so we have to bake this cake at 160 degrees Celsius for about 40 to 45 minutes, and try and keep both the coils on, the upper and the lower coil of the oven.
And if they don't have almond flour, then
you can absolutely substitute the almond flour with any normal flour like maida. Don't use wheat flour or ragi or any of these healthy flours because this recipe is not suited for any of the healthy flours.
Which is better for baking, OTG or oven?
So of course, I'm a baker. I like baking in an OTG. It's a preferred form, but I do understand that every household does not have an OTG. You can use a microwave, but every microwave settings are different, so you'll have to see it as per your own microwave setting on what mode can you bake things.
Is it a market bought almond flour?
Yes, it's a market bought almond flour. You can make almond flour at home also by blanching the almonds and then but it's a longer process, and honestly it's just easier to get it from the store. So I generally always get my almond flour from the store.
And if they're baking in the microwave, what is the time and temperature?
Again, microwave settings are dependable, but most of these cakes are baked in the microwave in about 30 minutes. So there is no particular temperature that because their microwave is set to different temperatures, so you can bake it for about 30 minutes and it'll bake well. So I hope you have understood the recipe and you all have enjoyed it. And if you all want to see a lot of these recipes, you all can go through my page. It's called Mishmash Bakery on Instagram and it's called Mishmash Bakery on Facebook. I keep posting a lot of recipes of these cakes, and We do all our cakes are eggless, most of them. So I really hope you'll have enjoyed this session, and I'm very very thankful to Amul because I've really enjoyed doing this session with you guys and seeing so many of you all being so enthusiastic about making the cake with me. And I will be very happy if you all share these pictures with me of whatever you all have baked, and I would love to see the end results of the cakes that you all bake. So yeah, and if there are more questions, we can probably take it for the next 5 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for people who've just joined, you want to repeat? Just to do a recap of the entire thing.
So for all the people who just joined in, we've just made an eggless almond mango loaf. I have gone through the entire recipe where we've used the mithai made, we've used butter, we've used flour, we've used almond flour, baking soda, baking powder, we've used of course fresh mangoes, we've used milk, and we've used oil. The recipe is posted on top on a post that I've already created. You can find the recipe there. I have basically creamed the mithai made and the butter, made it white and fluffy. I then added the dry ingredients. I added the milk and I added the oil, and to that I added some mangoes and I put it in a tin. The tin looks like this. Once you all have put it in the tin, this is going to go to bake at 160 degrees Celsius for about 40 to 45 minutes. This is the result after baking it. You can see the texture of the cake. It's nice and soft, and it can be used as a tea cake. You can see how the texture is inside as well of the cake. Okay, you can use this as a tea cake. You can use this as your normal cake. You can use this anywhere. And I also spoke about the frosting, which I'll repeat. You have two kinds of frosting for this. You have white ganache frosting, which is 1:1 of chocolate 1 part, cream 1 part. I've used Amul cream, and you can use any chocolate that you like. You melt it and you form a ganache. You add some mangoes to it, and then you drip it on top of this. That's one way. You can also do a buttercream where you use butter. Say for example 100 grams of butter, and you use 200 grams of icing sugar. You mix it, you add some mangoes to it, and then you can frost it.
Okay. Suppose we double the quantity of flour. So do we have to double the quantity of baking powder?
Yes, you have to double everything in that case. In case you're doubling a quantity, you're doubling the recipe, you have to double everything. And this will make, we've added a tin which is 5:5 by 3 inches, and it's a loaf tin. If you're doing a round tin, you can do it in a 6-inch tin.
And can we bake it in cooker also?
Honestly, I haven't tried baking it in the cooker, but yes, I think that most of these recipes that you can bake otherwise in ovens and OTGs and microwaves, you can do it in a cooker as well.
Again, the temperature for cake in OTG.
The temperature is 160 degrees at for 40 to 45 minutes.
They don't know where to find the recipe. Can you just tell them where?
Okay, so we've posted the recipe on top. If you want, you can just go through the Amul page. We've already posted and created a post which has all the entire recipe. And of course, in case you have any problems, you can write to me and you can message me on my page. It's called Mishmash Bakery on Instagram and Mishmash Bakery on Facebook. You can get back to me and I will get back with whatever queries that you have.
Okay. Instead of Milkmaid, what can we add?
No, this Milkmaid cannot be substituted in this recipe. So Milkmaid will have to be used. I mean, the mithai made will have to be used as it is.
Okay. Can we use dark chocolate ganache or fresh cream?
Yes, you can.
What is the name of this recipe?
This is called an eggless almond mango loaf.
Someone's asking, what is your favorite match with this recipe, with this cake?
I'm this big lover of white chocolate, unfortunately. But I really like the entire concept using this with white chocolate. And if you just take it as it is, you can even have it with ice cream. It's amazing. It'll taste really, really nice. A vanilla ice cream. It's like a no. You can't go wrong with it.
Someone's asking, putting mangoes on top doesn't sink inside.
Yeah, so what happens is, in case you add mangoes or any object on top, it will sink a little. If you want, you can avoid that completely, but it just adds on to the taste and just the look of it. So if you don't mind a little bit of sinking, it's fine.
Okay, and just one last thing. People have given you a lot of love. So
Thank you so much. I'm so happy and I'm really grateful. I hope you all enjoyed the session and hoping to see some more of you guys baking this. Thank you so much. Bye. See you. Bye.